Hey, welcome to another episode of the Ancestor Speak. Today we're doing a pick a card reading. You have three options to choose from. The first option features my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck. The second option features my Divine Says Oracle deck. And the third option features another oracle deck. I think it's called like the Unicorn Oracle or something. Take a look at the decks, look at the crystals that accompany them and the charms, and see what calls to you, which pile or piles are intuitively calling you today. Feel free to listen to all three piles because I am certain that the ancestors will speak to you in each one. When you're ready, head on down to the comments or the description box for the timestamps. Enjoy. Greetings, those of you who chose pile one, welcome in. So I wanted to just let you guys know really quickly that I've been picking up on this energy about women needing to be careful because there are men out in the world. I don't know what's putting this on their spirit or in their head, but some of them are looking to overpower, hurt, SA, assault, and even unalive women. So I want you to be very, very careful about who you're entertaining at this time, okay, ladies, and things like that. So the first very important message that your ancestors want you to be mindful of. With these cards, Iwori Meiji, take a critical look at what affects you and take better care of your health. Exercise, eat healthy, and the Seven of Swords. Some of you need to be careful of ignoring red flags when it comes to your health. Like someone here may be having some symptoms or something like that that is alerting you to a bigger issue, right, in terms of your health, and you may be overlooking this and just kind of turning away. Your ancestors want you to use your wisdom and intelligence, right? Don't overlook things. Don't ignore how you're feeling. Be mindful of your health at this time. Some of you are like right at the edge of some type of health issue that can be avoided, right? It's kind of like you're on the edge. You're right at the precipice. You can go one way or the other. So if you're able to find out what's going on and take care of it now, it won't get worse. Okay? Your ancestors want you to know that. There's an ancestor coming through who wishes they would have paid more attention to their health. They're showing me that they skipped doctor's visits. They ate whatever they wanted. They were like living loose and free, and they ended up paying the price for it physically. So don't be like them. You know, they're coming through with this message. They really want you to be mindful of how you're moving through the world, how you're caring for yourself, okay? For some of you, this is funny. Your ancestors are saying you're getting older, and as a result, you can't do the things you used to do, right? You can't eat whatever you want and everything's fine. You can't drink alcohol all the time and it doesn't impact you. Certain things will have a different impact on you now. So there's a need to, again, be mindful of your health. For someone with the Seven of Swords, this is so interesting. I've never seen it this way. You're being encouraged to exercise. Movement is important. Some of you need to join a gym, maybe get a nutritionist and get some advice on how to eat and things like that. The Seven of Swords is showing me that there is someone who may be trying to do something under cover of darkness, right? It's like they're trying to get away with something. They're trying to be sneaky, but the ancestors are alerting you to someone's bullshit. It's like alert, alert, you know, an alarm. That's what I'm getting from the crows with their mouths open in this card. It's like your ancestors are speaking to you from beyond to alert you to someone's nonsense. So be careful. For some of you, this nonsense comes through a love offer, someone coming to you and making promises that they either do not intend to keep or just don't have the capacity to keep. So your ancestors want you to know this, okay? Use your discernment. Just like in the Iwari Meiji card from my deck, Odu Ifa, Wisdom Oracle, says use your wisdom and intelligence. You will know that something is not a good fit for you. Make sure you pay attention to that message. Just like for some of you, you need to pay attention to messages about your health. This is another message that your ancestors are kind of like, hey, they need to know this. For some others of you, there is a really good love offer coming. With the Miracles card, the Cupid arrow, and the Knight of Cups, there's someone who is coming with an open heart. I just kind of hear this person is being very vulnerable and open. There's something about like a deep truth that they're sharing with you. You're being very, very honest. For someone, this is an engagement with the you will receive a gift card. And this person coming in with this love offer, the good one, not the one who's sneaky. You know, you're going to have to discern so that you know who's who. This person, the ancestors are showing me that they are a really good fit for you. And you end up building this beautiful like kingdom together. There's a beautiful legacy that you two build together and that you leave behind. This person is very grounded. I see something about them being open emotionally, but their emotions don't take over them. You know, they don't allow their emotions to get the best of them. They're still very grounded, very close to the earth. This person may do some type of earth-based spiritual practice. Now, for some of you, the miracle not only comes through this relationship, because I do see that for somebody here, there's a miraculous like coming together between you and a love partner, right? And it leads to this beautiful legacy and all of that with ideal course of action. But with the box card, which talks about a gift, the 4-leaf clover, and the miracles card, it says, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. There is a miraculous event, experience, or gift coming to you in the coming days, weeks, and months, okay? For some of you, this comes by July. This is something that you've prayed for, that you've asked for. You may have even asked for this under the full moon, under the night sky. You may have said these prayers at night. Whatever it is, something miraculous is coming your way. It's like you'll feel like it's a lucky break. It's a gift. For someone here, you're receiving an offer. When I said lucky break, it felt like something in entertainment. Maybe something you had to audition for. Maybe something you've been putting out over the years, and now there's someone paying attention to that. It takes you to wealth, whatever that offer is for some of you. For others of you, this is a property. You are able to purchase a property. You receive the money to purchase a property with acres of land. For some of you, you're able to go back to some type of school or afford schooling in some area. Yeah, this is your lucky time. It's like blessings are going to rain down on you. There's just luck, good luck all around you. So really enjoy it. For some of you, this again relates to that relationship. So you may have kissed a lot of frogs. You may be kind of annoyed. And now you kiss your prince or princess. You know, like you kissed the right person. You're with the right person. The dandelion is coming through very strongly. So for some of you, dandelion root dandelion root tea, taking capsules of dandelion powder may actually support your health. That could be something that supports your health. If I'm not mistaken, that detoxes the liver. Might actually detox the kidneys too. So that might be something you can look into. With the chain card and the ideal course of action, so it says a chain of events that will affect your life. There is something that is kind of like a snowball effect or a domino effect. One domino falls, you take one action, and this one action kind of like leads to something beautiful. And it ends up being the right path, the perfect course of action, right? Like in the moment that you take that action, you don't see the chain of events that it's going to lead to or the effect that it's going to have long term. But it's something that ends up taking you all over the world. And I'm getting like goosebumps. Something ends up taking you all over the world, making you a household name, or there's like something you create that people end up using for decades, maybe even centuries to come. This is divinely inspired, whatever this is. Yeah, for some of you, this is going to support your travel. You will be traveling around the world because of this one step you take. So remember, use your wisdom and intelligence. Take the actions you feel called to take. Use discernment, right? But there was also something I was picking up when I first got the Seven of Swords about letting doubts and worry stop you from moving forward. Your ancestors are letting you know that there is an inspired action you're going to feel called to take. Take this action because it leads to something beautiful. Do not allow doubt and worry and fear to block you. It's okay to think about it, right? Use wisdom and intelligence, think things through, but please avoid getting stuck in analysis paralysis and not moving forward. I hope this message has been helpful for you today. If you're interested in a personal reading, my oracle decks, any other products and services, check me out on daydreamalston.com. Talk to you next time. Greetings, Pile 2. Welcome in. Let's get started. So there's a message that I picked up recently that I really need to share with you all. This is particularly for the women. There's something in the air that is going to cause toxic crazy ass men to begin to target women, and they'll be wanting to overpower, dominate, assault even unalive women. So I'm gonna need y'all to be careful out there, okay? Be careful of who you entertain at this time. Your ancestors are letting you know with this angel number 777 that luck is on your side at this time. Now, this is interesting because this came up in another pile as well. So there's something about this being a particularly lucky time for you. And your ancestors want you to take inspired actions because you could end up taking an action now that leads to a breakthrough, that leads to you going in a direction that is so positive and helpful for you. You know, it like carries you out of this old cycle into something new, and it brings a lot of happiness and wellness. So really pay attention to what you're called to at this time with this Three of Wands card as well. For some of you, there's like this period of awakening or spiritual enlightenment that you will experience at this time. Your ancestors are calling you. They want to commune with you. They want to meet with you regularly. For some of you, that means they want to sit with you at like an ancestor altar or have periods where you're working together consistently, right? So that's you making time to commune with them. If you haven't watched my How to Connect with Your Ancestors video, please do, because I feel like for this pile, that's important. They're like calling you to them, right? And you working with them can bring transformation. Your ancestors, there's a particular ancestor in your bloodline for some of you that is watching over your family. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times, affairs with your family. So there's an ancestor that kind of has an eye on you and your family, keeping an eye, keeping tabs on your family, making sure things are okay. Again, I'm getting something about ancestor offerings. This pile is very important that you make time to commune with your ancestors, that you commit to a practice. Because for some reason in the Eight of Pentacles, those bowls next to the woman and the candle she's holding, that looks like an altar space set up to me. You might want to follow some type of moon calendar when you're doing your ancestral work. Like maybe you do a big offering on the full moons, or you sit with them during a new moon, first quarter moon. I don't know. It's very interesting. Oh, for someone here, your ancestors worked with the moon. They lived on a coastline and they worked with the moon. Someone here, your ancestor, was big into astronomy and astrology. They could actually chart the different constellations. This was a highly intelligent person. They want you to know this is in you. This is in your bloodline. The night sky is calling some of you, okay? Going out, speaking your prayers out loud under the stars could be helpful. For some of you, you've had an issue with overindulgence and it's taking you off your destined path, right? So you were doing things, consuming things that were not healthy, were not helpful, and now you're being called to be more balanced and moderate, all right? The one who knows moderation will not fall into disgrace. They're calling you to be more disciplined, committed, and to just mature. There's like a wisdom that's needed, especially with the monkey charm here. Monkeys, you know, can represent ingenuity, but they can also represent like playfulness and kind of like a trickster, playful energy, being too playful at times, right? Some of you have been immature in the past. You haven't done things in ways that have been helpful to your growth, right? And your well-being, and your ancestors are calling on you to grow now. Somebody here needs to make a wish. And I'm seeing that because in the Delight card, we have that flower where you people in the past I've seen when I was a kid, we would pick it up and blow, and the little pieces of this flower would blow all over, and we were told to make a wish. Someone here needs to make a wish. This is so interesting. So I'm seeing that someone is in the process of growing and maturing, becoming wiser, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Your ancestors are actually like celebrating you because of that. For some of you, when I say you used to overindulge, right? You used to do the most, doing the most, going too hard in certain areas. This could be in relationships, like putting yourself in situations that weren't good for you, hanging out with the wrong people, overindulging in things that were not good for you physically. And now you're being encouraged to simplify your life, right? Balance, moderation, keeping it cute, not doing the most. Your ancestors see that about you, and they see that you're having a breakthrough. Yeah, you're moving into a higher state of being. You're graduating to a new level when it comes to your maturity, your wisdom, and things like that. Someone here needs to spend time with trees or plant trees. There's something where trees are calling you. Again, I'm getting, okay, this pile, your ancestors were really into nature-based spiritual practices or communed with the spirits through nature. Something about trees is important to someone here. You may need to just spend time with trees. For some of you, your ancestors may commune with you through trees. I don't know how that works. I'm just picking that up. With this leaf charm here, I'm seeing that there's something significant about fall for some of you. There may be an opportunity to travel in fall that brings some type of breakthrough or some moving on from something. Your ancestors want you to know that your work is not in vain. With this Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, there's something that you've given to, that you've sent out into the world, right? You've been creating, you've been dedicated and committed to it. It comes full circle and you get blessings as a result of what you've done or created. For others of you, this is spiritual work you've done. This is all the offerings you've done where you didn't see anything manifest as a result of them. All the spiritual work you've done, even spiritual work done generations ago. Something is bringing it back to you, kind of like a boomerang. You sent it out, right? You've given, and now it's coming back to you, and that's why you're going to feel so lucky. Your ships are coming in. Your ancestors want you to know that, okay? For some of you, you've been through a very difficult time, right? As you were growing and trying to figure out how to move forward and trying to figure out what paths work for you. And you may have made some mistakes and all of that. And that's fine. That's part of this life experience. Count your blessings and enjoy life. You have some good coming to you. With the Delight card, in the meantime, your ancestors want you to find ways to enjoy this life. Be grateful for what you have, right? That is helpful and supportive to you. Take pleasure in simple things. And they want you to look at life and expect the best. Be careful of negative thinking because, like I said, you have something good coming towards you. And your own doubt, negative thinking can block that good, okay? You and your family are protected by your ancestral clan. I see an ancestor standing, again, keeping watch, keeping tabs. They watch over you. It's like they look down from high to keep tabs on everyone, to make sure everyone's well. This is a very, very powerful group here. I hope this message has been helpful for you today. If you're interested in a personal reading, my oracle decks, any other products and services, check me out on daydreamaustin.com. Talk to you next time. Greetings, pile 3. Thank you for joining me. I need to share this message. It's been coming through very strongly. Women, I'm going to need you to be careful. There's something in the air that's going to cause some crazy ass men to want to overpower and harm and SA and assault and even unalive women. So I'm going to need you to pay attention to your surroundings at this time, okay? Pay attention to your intuition. Okay. The elevated and honorable ancestors, for those of you watching this, first and foremost, some of you are coming out of a very difficult time. They know this, okay? And they're offering you their love. They're letting you know that they've been watching you. They know it's been tough, but they're also letting you know that now you're being ushered out of this difficulty and into a period of more lightness and joy. And not only that, they're saying for some of you that won't happen naturally. You're going to have to take the reins of your life, take control, right? And say no more. I won't live like this. I won't be miserable. I'm tired of this nonsense. It's nonsense. It's time for me to live a life of bliss, of beauty, of enjoyment. So there's like two different groups I'm talking to with that message. There's a group who you've been through the storm, you're moving out of it now, and you've decided, hey, okay, I have to choose better, or I don't want that anymore. I'm moving into a brighter period of my life. And then there's another group of you where I feel like you're waiting for things to change, and your ancestors are saying that you have to take the initiative and make shit happen, okay? And I say that because I have the storm is over, a new day is dawning next to the laughter card, and leadership. Leadership says, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. For some of you, some hardship you've been through, now you take that and you use it to help others. I just see you like pouring your heart out. And you pouring your heart out and sharing what you've been through and how you have overcome troubles is such an inspiration to other people. And I like feel it inside of me, and it's so beautiful. And your ancestors are rooting for you. Somebody here is meant to share a message that's going to inspire many people. I don't know why I'm seeing something about a comedian. Is there someone here who has thought about doing stand-up or as a comedian? It's like you can share messages in a comedic way that really help people, right? That bring laughter and joy to other people. And that's really cool. For some of you, your ancestors are saying you're stepping into a leadership role, and this is actually where you're meant to be with this star card. You are the star. You are the leader. You can be a life path number 1. You know, your North Node could be Leo, you know, something where it's like you're meant to stand up and shine and be your own boss, you know. Whatever it is, you're guaranteed success. So as you step into this leadership role, or you start to boss up and just see yourself as the leader that you are, success is guaranteed, okay? For others of you, your ancestors are saying, with leadership next to the Irete Ogbe card from my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck, where it talks about putting yourself and your personal concerns first, you need to choose yourself. For some of you, you've been doing things to kind of placate others, or because you believe you should do this thing, right? Because maybe society or your culture says you should. Your ancestors are saying, stand up. Be the leader, be the boss that you're meant to be. You're not meant to take the same path as others. You're meant to do things that really fill your heart with joy, especially with this Page of Cups here. The Page of Cups is like an emotionally light energy. In the traditional Rider-Waite, this person is dressed all fancy, right? And they have this cup. And you're being called to follow your heart, you know, pursue more joy, be light and free, show love. Yeah, and when you're doing that and just being yourself and being lighter and tapping into laughter and play, you actually become an inspiration to others, okay? But there's something about really putting yourself first. And self-love and self-respect and dignity, right? Self-autonomy, doing what you feel like you need to do, doing what you feel is right for you, not worrying about what is right for others or what they believe you should do. Yeah, if you do that with this cloud charm, I see you being on, you know how they say you're on cloud 9? You know, like that means you're very happy, you're excited. If you follow this inner prompting, this ancestral prompting to put yourself first, to stand up and be the leader, the boss in your life, to follow your heart and your passions, you end up on cloud 9. There's success, there's enjoyment, There's just love, you know, like love and peace. And you kind of like win. You win the game in that way. And this is coming after a very difficult period, a difficult cycle in your life. With this wedge card here, it says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Yeah, for you with this and the Agate card, I'm getting that you might have haters, naysayers, or people that give you bad advice based on what they believe. Right? So someone is trying to come in between you and what you want, come in between you and your success. You have to decide that you come first, that your desires come first. And this, y'all ancestors not playing with y'all. Like, somebody here is really not doing what they need to do for fear of disappointing others, because of people pleasing and things like that. It's time to step up on your own and stand out. For some of you, be careful. You might have a best friend that I'm seeing in the laughter card. And with the wedge card here, someone may be trying to get in between you and a best friend. Or someone kind of like hates on your relationship with someone else because it seems so joyful. They don't want you to be happy, which really sucks, but be mindful. Your ancestors are warning you of that. With this symbol here, I think this religious symbol comes from Buddhism, if I'm not mistaken. I think it represents some type of spiritual protection, but either way, it represents like spirituality. It's just reminding me of someone who receives a lot of energy from the unseen realms, someone who receives intuitive guidance and messages from the ancestors. For those of you of this pile, you are receiving messages and guidance and pushes from within your being, from your own high consciousness, from your spirit guides and ancestors. Okay, they're telling me, yeah, you are guided. Yeah, you're intuitively and divinely guided. Really pay attention to that. You know, don't ignore it and act like it's not happening, or you get messages and you kind of just push them off like, oh no, that can't be right. No, it is right. It is true. Start to really test your intuitive abilities. When you get a message, really pay attention to see if it comes true. And the more you do that, and the more that you see this shit is real, it's easier for you to follow those callings. Someone here might be called to Buddhism, Hinduism, some type of Eastern spiritual practice or tradition. I'm seeing yoga, Reiki. Yeah, like indigenous practices before the Abrahamic religions came into being. It's something like older that you're going back to. And this is in your bloodline. Yeah, someone here has like Indian ancestors. And they were like religious leaders. Somebody here had an ancestor who was a religious leader in India or somewhere in the East. With the storm is over, a new day is dawning, and the world card. When I say a cycle is closing, y'all, it's over, it's done. The world is like, it represents the last card in the major arcana. You know, we go through the fool's journey, we start on a new path, and we're not even sure where we're going to go. And we, you know, take that leap of faith. And then all the way at the end of that cycle is number 21, the world. For some of you, you're taking some type of creative action or innovative action or step that's really going to propel you forward and into a new life. I'm seeing so much joy here for y'all. Like, this pal has just a lot of joy and lightness and freedom. You need to embrace that. For some of you, you don't realize the storm is over. The storm done kicked your ass, and you've been in the storm for so long that you don't even realize it's over, but it's over. It's done. You are free. Hear me. One of your ancestors wants you to hear this. You are free. The storm is over, and they want you to live like you are free. So that means not taking all of the old fears, doubts, anger, resentment, low self-worth, self-esteem, all of that shit you was carrying because of how hard life was, you can drop it now. Drop the weight, honey. Drop it and be free. Your ancestors want you to know that we don't have a lot of time here. So let's not spend it being miserable. Follow your heart. For someone here, you have someone coming into your life that is going to help you to play again. And again, someone may not like this. Someone's hating. They evil eyeing. They don't like it, but that's okay. We have a spatula, and then we have this wedge of cake. It looks like a wedge of cake on this wedge card. There's something about preparing meals, baking, cooking. First of all, an ancestor. There's an ancestor in your bloodline that is like really excited because that's what they used to do. That's something they were known for. They were really good cooks or bakers or something like that. One of you has taken up that skill, that hobby, and they're really excited about that. And they love that you bake things. For some of you, you bake things from scratch and they're excited about that. For others of you, there's like an encouragement to be more mindful about the preparation of your food, to cook with love, bake with love, maybe to cook more. Stop eating out so much. I know that's for someone here. Someone here just has a joy and a love for cooking or baking, and it really makes you happy. And it's an inspiration. I'm seeing someone could really benefit from doing some type of content creation, social media around their cooking or baking skills. Interesting. I hope this message has been helpful for you today. If you're interested in a personal reading, my oracle decks, any other products and services, check me out on daydreamaustin.com. Talk to you next time.